So, Saint Seiya Saintia Sho dropped this Monday. It is available on Crunchyroll, so I decided to check it out instead of wait for the anime to end and then watch it all consecutively, just freaking, go on a streaming frenzy or whatever. But I decided to stick around and just watch it as the episodes are released. So, guys, do know that I'm not going to be reviewing every single episode of this anime. I think you should only review episodes that have big turning points or very interesting episodes. There's no point in reviewing every single episode. I mean, one thing I never used to do that much was watch Dragon Ball reviews unless the episode was big, because like, what's the point of watching a review of an episode I just saw? So there's really no point. And this is a big episode just to hear other people's opinion on certain topics and matters. So since this is the first episode of Saint Seiya Saintia Sho, I decided to talk about it or review it, whatever. So we start off in a dark atmosphere with a little girl crying alone, and she's approached by this shady old lady who offers her an apple. Alright, so off the bat, what the fuck? You're just gonna, like, I'm getting bad vibe, you know what it is. So, anyway, the little girl's about to fucking take it, because she's a little girl, and her older sister comes and tells her not to take shit from strangers, because what the fuck is wrong with you? The little girl doesn't care, and she wants to take the apple anyway, and a snake comes out of the apple and tries to bite the girl, but then a bright light comes and bodies the old lady. It is none other than the Gold Saint Scorpio Milo. That's right, the first Gold Saint that is shown is Milo. After Milo saves the little girl, she attempts to kill her with his scarlet needle. And he claims he has to murder her to stop the resurrection of an evil god. But then her sister gets in the way, and Milo says, you know what, you deal with this shit, and he leaves. So we have a time skip of 5 years, and a girl by the name of Sho is training with martial arts, and that girl happens to be the same dumbass girl about to take the apple 5 years ago. So Sho talks about her father, about her sister coming back, and it turns out her sister that protected her from Milo has been gone for 5 years. So she goes to school that day, and right off the bat, Sayuri Kido rolls up in her limo looking like a real G. Everyone stops and stares, and she's just, ignoring everyone like they're trash. She's high class, too famous to associate. So during the lunch break, Sho's sitting with one of her friends, and then she just passes out. Everyone around her passes out except her. And then a girl just comes behind Sho and licks her. Sort of like that scene from JoJo Part 5. Yeah, this is where that show gets weird. Yeah, tentacle hentai. That's right. This episode turns into a borderline tentacle hentai. Like, tentacles just start sprouting everywhere, and it's about to get Sho, wrapping around her and shit. But that shit gets shut down real quick when Kyoko comes wearing a cloth, and she rescues Sho, and she uses an attack called the Aquilius Ryu Seiken. So we got a Ryu Seiken already. I don't know how to fucking say it. Anyway, so the tentacle hentai monster girl dies, and Sayuri comes with her Athena staff, and Kyoko bows, stating her name, Equalis Kyoto. Kyoko isn't an ordinary saint. She's a Saintia. A Saintia is a special saint that guards Athena. They also have to be females. Yeah, no men allowed. Oh, and Mi's a dolphin. Sho and Kyoko chill outside Sayuri's mansion at night, and they're talking shit, and Sho brings up Dark Eden, which makes Kyoko freak out a bit. So it turns out the villain of this arc is the goddess of discord, Eris. And then more hentai monster girls comes out of nowhere and embodies the Saintias, just beating them. And they want Sho to be Eris' new host. They fire snakes at Sho to bite her, but Kyoko gets in the way protecting her, and the snake goes through her body, transforming her into the new host. Kyoko's carried away, her cloth falling off of her body, and Sho wants to train to rescue Kyoko, and I'm guessing she's going to become the new Equalis Saint. The end. My thoughts about this episode. This episode didn't mention when this takes place, but they do mention the Galaxian Wars, and Sayuri has awakened as Athena, so it's safe to assume that it's somewhere after the fight against Gemini Saga. The enemy they fought were hentai tentacle monsters. They weren't wearing any armor, which is different. Usually every single foe, even the grunts, have some sort of armor that they wear, but they were just naked. and Kyoko was wearing the Equilus cloth. Last time I saw that cloth was on Saint Seiya Omega. Nice to see how the cloth looked before it was evolved. Now, Kyoko uses Equilus Ryuseiken. I didn't know the Equilus Saint can do that. Subaru, who was the Equilus Saint on Saint Seiya Omega, had a different technique called the Supernova Explosion, which is fucking flashy as fuck, by the way. And I also want to know who taught her the Ryuseiken. Now, about the episode, I think the episode was decent. It wasted no time setting things into motion, introducing the concept of Saintias and introducing the new enemy. Oh, and I thought it was pretty interesting to see how Scorpio Milo attempted to kill Sho to stop the resurrection of a new god, or you know, a resurrection of a god, which basically happened on Saint Seiya Omega when Sagittarius Seiya was sent to go kill the young Palace, but at the end of the day couldn't because she was a little girl. So I'm actually looking forward to this anime. When I saw the tentacle monsters, I was getting Monster of the Week vibes, like from Sailor Moon and shit. You just kill a new enemy every single episode, move to the next until you get to the final boss. But that might actually be the case since this is sort of a magical girl anime. Well, who knows what to expect from Saint Seiya Saintia Sho. I look forward to episode 2. I most likely will not be reviewing that episode depending on how the episode goes. This episode was interesting and I'm gonna stick around and watch it until the series concludes. So yeah, guys, this is my opinion on the first episode of Saintia Sho. Definitely a strong start. I recommend that you watch it if you are a Saint Seiya fan. And yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoyed my little run through of this first episode of Saint Seiya Saintia Sho, please like, comment, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next Saint Seiya video. Peace.